All right, welcome back to another video. I think I said that this is the video that was gonna be part two, but in a sense, it's like part two, but it's like a different video. It's a different video topic. And I just wanted to say thank you to all the new subscribers. Y'all make me smile. The comments and the things that I have been receiving, especially on that video, I don't remember the title, but out on the green. I thank y'all for all of the comments. I thank y'all. That is at 1,300 views. That's crazy. Like, so crazy to me. But I'm so thankful and grateful for that, right? At the end of the day, as long as the message is getting out there and y'all are receiving it and it's helping y'all, that's all that matters. So, thank y'all, for that. But I wanted, and I wrote this down. I put it in my notes, y'all. Like when I put it in my notes, y'all know it's serious. Y'all know we about business then if it's in the notes. But I had come to this realization that I be operating in my masculine energy, and I honestly truly do not like it. I do not want to be in it. And I kept saying that, like, I want to exist in my feminine energy. I want to be feminine. I want to exist in my feminine energy, and I'm going to be in my feminine energy. I watched this video, and this girl was like talking about like how to show up in the world, and you have to show up and you have to be basically in your villain era. And I do not agree with the, like, you have to be mean in order to get what you want. You have to be mean, because I feel like that only pertains to like men, and like men want these aggressive women, and I think that other women get intimidated. Okay, the incense smoke came this way. But I think that other women and society has saw like us being feminine and being nice and soft and bright and bubbly, love and light, as a weakness. And I think that a lot of times that we get into this space and we think that like being in that energy of like being love and light and loving people and loving on people and walking into the space and being kind and loving and all of that stuff and being outgoing and all of that, I think we see that as, oh no, wait, this is something that you're not supposed to be. This is somebody who you're not supposed to be. You're not supposed to show up in the world like that. You're supposed to show up in the world as somebody who, have your guard up. Don't just be so trusting with people. Always do that. But it's okay to let your guard down. And somebody actually told me this today. Like, it's okay. Like, yeah, not with, just everything, and just be loose with it basically. But it's just like, it's okay to allow people to like adore you and love you, and for you to also put that out there into the world. Because if you're so focused on being mean and people are out to get you, and especially I see this a lot of times with women, that we are not this loving, and we are so like, when it comes to like, don't be loving, like, don't just be letting these girls just do XYZ, like, don't enter the space. And I used to always feel that. I will always feel that I would enter the space, and like women, I would just get like this tension, and I would just always like, I just know that like they're probably talking about me, that they probably think that they better than me and all of that stuff like that. And so it was making me insecure, and I would hate walking into spaces with women that even still to this day, like, it makes me so uncomfortable. I get anxiety. I just be like, I gotta deal with these girls, because the simple fact that I think that everybody wants you to be mean. Everybody wants you to like be mean. And in the video, she was talking about like, if you're not mean and you're just so like, I want you to, like me, and I'm bright and I'm bubbly and I'm the first one to initiate the conversations. It's kind of like, oh, you desperate for the friendship. Oh, you need us to be your friend and do XYZ. And so I just want to let y'all know that you can rock out and be nice. I think that we get this idea, and we have all of these sayings, and I really want to debunk these sayings, because these sayings are keeping us limited and stuck. These sayings were built on a society that has literally hated us, hated our brown skin, hated us being women, like, and we're sitting here like, nice guys always finish last. No, they don't. Why would I tell you that actually being kind and loving actually wins the race? Like, it actually make you have more abundance. If I don't want you to be abundant, if I don't want you to actually win, I'm going to tell you that you need to like work hard and do all of this stuff. And I think as the feminine energy, it is so like, we still want to be feminine, and then we still switch it to like this other type of feminine. So we like, now it's the dark feminine. Be the villain, be in this energy of like all of this stuff coming to me. And I want to let you know this, that when I was in this energy of like the mean, and dudes love me for being the mean, let me tell you something. And I hate to say it, I got men who needed, how can I say this in a nice way? I got men who wanted aggressive women, and that naturally will put me in my masculine energy. And that's not saying that women, like, that's not saying that these men was like weak men. It was just like, what in you want somebody that's gonna like spaz out with you and match your energy and be teed up with you? Why would you not want a woman? And I always, with these men who I would attract when I was in this like aggressive energy, it was always this with like, like that's a turn on when you like talking to me crazy, and you being more aggressive. And they will always be upset when I would kind of like be more in like the friendlier energy, where I was nicer and I was sweeter to people. That would kind of like irritate them, and it would kind of like upset them to like do that. And I felt like it was because like in them they were battling with their feminine and masculine energies, and understanding that it's okay to exist in this masculine energy and still have that sensitivity and still have that connection to the feminine energy without being feminine. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? I don't know if you know, but I want us to get out of this state of like, you, in order to win, in order to succeed, that you have to step on toes and you have to be just this person who's not liked by majority of the people. It's like, you can be liked. There are plenty of people who like me, and I don't even know who don't like me. I don't know. But at the end of the day, it's okay to be well liked. It's okay for people to just naturally be drawn to you and like you and want to be around you because you're a nice person. But you're in this space where you're attracting fake people, you're attracting fake friendships, and your friendships are still invested in external validation. They're still invested in being accepted and what you look like, instead of like how and what it means to be a feminine woman. To be a feminine woman, you still have boundaries. And I think that this is the biggest like misconception about this, like, you and your spiritual and your love and light. And I think that this is so wrong, that like people think that you're just so this easygoing person that anybody can just step on your toes, and you're just like, but it's okay because I'm love and light. No, when you are truly existing in love and light, you know firsthand that like darkness is real, and you know how to maneuver in that, because you're such an alchemist, because you are such this like nurturing, true, divine goddess. You know how, like, when I step in a room, baby, I know who I am. I don't gotta step on nobody's toes purposely. I don't gotta prove. And I think that when you're being mean, or you're in your villain era or whatever, I think that you're purposely still trying to prove to people you deserve to be here. And that's the thing with being in that like light energy, with being in your feminine energy. It's like, I don't gotta prove nothing to nobody. And that's what true, like, being in that essence of love and light. I don't care if you like me or not. I don't care, because I'm not thinking about that. I'm not thinking and seeing you as competition. I'm not walking in a room like, are you going to like me? And everybody's going to be triggered by me, because that's you reflecting back to you. That's you saying that you don't feel comfortable in your skin, that you got to make sure that when you walk in a room that I ain't going to let my guard down, because somebody may take advantage of that. It's knowing, it's being so connected with your intuition that you don't even go in spaces where people won't even, value you. You already got that discernment. And even if you have to step in there because you are light, because you are meant to go in there to see yourself reflected or be a reflection of somebody else, and you're called to be in there, you're so in touch with your intuition that it does not trigger you in that sense to be mean. You can still exist as yourself. It is not saying that you're going in there and you're telling everybody, well, my puppy died and then I had went to this, and then yesterday I had went and I got this to eat. It's not saying that you're an oversharer. It's not saying that you're an overgiver. It's just saying that I'm existing in my feminine energy. Where there is nourishment needed, I am there. Whereas there is nurturing needed, I am there. Where there is love, light, and creativity needed, I am there. My spirit speaks for itself. I don't gotta be mean. I don't gotta be the villain. We don't always gotta be mean and be the villain. Like, it's okay to have friends. It's okay to be out into the world and somebody see you and it's just like, darn, hey, you're cool. And I'm like, why you think I'm cool? What's the underlying message between this coolness? Nah, let me keep my guard up with you. Oh, you want to be my friend? How you just want to be my friend? You don't know nothing about me. Why you just want to be my friend? Ain't nothing in me that just showed that you just want to be my friend. And I think that we are so in this spirit of just like, we just want to have our guards up. We want to be disconnected from the feminine. We are learning from masculine men that they want masculine women. We see it all the time that I want my girl to be mean and I want her to not be out here being overly friendly. Whatever. If you're friendly, you're friendly. That's just that. When I truly existed in my feminine energy, I mean, when I stopped being so just like, men are here for one thing and girls are just always just negative and toxic, and these type of friendship dynamics, that I existed and being I'm open to friendships. And I'm open to, even if a man do see me sexually, that I still have my boundary set in friendships. I still have my boundary set in situations or relationships, connections that are romantic or intimate. I don't care what you think this is, because I got my boundary set that even when you step in this, this ain't that type of time. And if you test me on that type of time, I'm so firm in my stuff that I don't gotta be here. You rocked out that way, and that's just that. And I remember somebody told me, because they had this conversation, they were like, yeah, this type of time I'm on. And I ended up making a joke about it, and I was just like, oh, okay. Oh, you thought this was gonna be da-da-da. And I made a joke, and they were like, due to you making a joke about that, now I actually want to get to know you. Because most women would have got upset, got irritated with that. I was like, for you expressing yourself and saying what it is, even though it's something I don't agree with, I'm not going to let that trigger me, because that's not what I'm on. And that's the end of the day. That's the type of time that you thought. You expressed that. And I said, but I'm thankful that you told me that, instead of, trying to kick it with me, trying to hang out with me, and then making it like this ain't really that. And then you try to get on that. And I was like, so I appreciate and I respect that, which is why I didn't get upset about it, because you didn't lead me on for nothing. And when you exist like that, and like I said, when you exist in your true feminine energy, I kid you not, the different type of men I got who wanted me was a whole different breed. I was not attracting men who was so aggressive and was so gotta say I'm a man. I was attracting men who were just I just want to cater to you. I want to give to you. And it was an equal thing, that it put me more in my feminine energy of I want to cater to you. I want to give to you. What is it? I want to be soft. You're naturally putting me in my softness because you're so a masculine man. A masculine man is felt. They ain't really ever heard. You don't hear them when they come in, because they ain't speaking that. And their energy not speaking to you I'm masculine. Their energy is speaking to you hey, you safe, bro. You good. And it draws you in. And that's the same thing with feminine energy. Feminine energy that is healed, that is loving, that is light, that is existing as the way it should be. It is not intimidate you per se. Some people it will intimidate because they may get triggered by that energy, because it's something in them that's saying like, I don't have the space and capacity to exist that way, because society told me I had to exist hardcore, I had to exist so mean, and I had to do this in order to get to where I needed to be, that I couldn't exist as this loving bubbly person, because then people will take advantage of that. If you don't let people take advantage of you, then you don't let people take advantage of you. That's regardless if you nice or mean. It don't matter. You shouldn't be letting nobody take advantage of you. That's just it. So just because I'm nice, that does not mean I let people take advantage of me. It's just I choose to show up bubbly. I choose to show up happy. And I know how much power that means to actually show up and be peace. I know how much power that means to actually show up and be loving in the midst of you hating me. I still know I got my peace. I still got my love, and you can't take that away from me. Do you know how much power that means? How much power that you gotta have to know that, like, I don't care what you try to do. I don't care what you say. I'm nice, and I'm gonna choose to still stay nice. And even though you come up, and I had this encounter today with the lady at like the smoothie place, and I asked her like, what goes into the little smoothie, and it had it under there, but I was trying to ask, like, basically, is that it, like, because I don't want any, like, you know, sometimes with these smoothie places, they'll put like fruit juice in it, and it's like Welchers, and I'm like, it's got a whole bunch of other stuff, it got a whole bunch of sugars. I just want to make sure that it's just clean, like just fruit and like water or something. And she looked at it, and just her whole demeanor, like, I was just like, all of this, once again, not even called for. And so she looked at it, and she turned around, and her whole demeanor said it literally said, I felt it, like, what you mean, like, it's on there. What do you mean what all comes in it? And so I was like, so like, and then she repeated it. I was like, so yeah, so just, and as she was about to repeat it, I just said it like, so just blueberries, strawberries, bananas. And she was like, yeah. And I was like, so my bad, my camera cut off, and that's what happened last time, and then I just didn't. Yeah, but yeah, so I'm like, okay, is that all that comes in it? And she's like, yeah. She was like, yeah, we just use water. And I was like, okay. And when she said that, I was just like, I just smirked. And so then she like walked off, and like the dude, he was trying to like finish out the payment or whatever, and she like came back over there and everything like that. And I was just like, okay. And so they had it like an option for like a tip. And in myself, and this is how, once again, you can choose to be still love and light. And I was like, well, because you weren't nice when I was asking a simple question, you could have got a tip, because I tip everywhere. But because you are choosing to be like this and exist in this energy, I'm not going to give you a tip for that. Now, regardless if she care about the tip or whatever, but it's subtle things like that where it's like, my boundary is set. Because you were mean and rude to me, you don't get to get my money. Like, you don't get to get my money. She failed. I don't know if y'all saw that, but she failed. But it's like, that is how you be the villain. I still chose to show up and being nice. And right after that, and I did the smirk, and I still was smiling, and I did that, her energy shifted. And I was just like, I don't see her as mean anymore. I said in my head, like, you know what? I don't even see her as mean anymore. It is what it is. And right after that, she was like, okay, that's cool. And then I was like, well, you know, you have a great day. And she was like, oh, you too. Okay. Now, if you would have had that energy in the first place, then you would have got your tip. But you didn't get your tip. So I just need you to learn to be nicer to people. Just be nicer to people. That's it. So stop doing that. Of course, at the end of the day, if you work hard to achieve something and you have it in your head to achieve it, you're going to achieve it, because that's how the universe works. That's how laws work. But you allow things to work for you so good, You allow things to work for you so much easier, so much better when you allow it by being in an energy of I can be love and light, and everything starts flowing to you. Like I said, if you're attracting men who are aggressive, that's probably because that you aggressive. And sometimes I don't want you to have to tell me this. Like, just let me give you what I want to give you. Be open to receiving. So at the end of the day, this, like I said, this kind of goes into that other video of just like learning how to be love. It does not make you weak. It does not make you less of a strong woman. It is this time and it is the season to be loved on. This is not the season to keep being in this energy of being the strong one. Always being there and having everybody's back and making sure that like I got my own no matter what. It is the season of living in the feminine energy. It is the season of allowing yourself to receive all the beauty that God has for you. God keeps trying to get to you and you not receiving it because you all like, I got this. Allow yourself to be loved so you can allow love to come to you. It is not about being the villain. You don't gotta see everybody as a threat because you are so in your energy and so in your intuition, so connected to the divine that when things get the shaking, you can sense that. You're connected to your intuition, baby. You ain't gotta sit there and be like, that person, I gotta check you and see if you good. I can't be nice because now you fake. You're fake because you're directing based off of how they are. If they ain't this way, then I'm not going to be this way. Then you're not being true to you. Because regardless, if you mean, like I said, the girl was still, she definitely had an attitude. Now, who knows what was going on in her life? I pray that, everything still works out and her heart gets softer, because we all deserve to have that. But at the end of the day, I want women to know that you don't got to fight so much. You don't got to always be so on defense of like, I got to protect myself. Allow God to replace what you lost and know that you're good. Know that everything will be taken care of. Know that God got you. And so in that space, allow a man to be a man for you. You don't got to chase it because still after that, being in that villain, you still end up being the aggressor. Allow yourself to be treated like the princess that you are, the goddess that you are. And be okay with that. Be okay with like, I need help because I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to need you to open that can of coconut oil. I need it. I don't know what is up with Trader Joe's and that coconut oil, but I cannot open it. It was like at one point I could, and then it just like stopped. Like they was just like double sealing it and like extra tightening. I'm like, who are y'all? I need my coconut oil. So you know what I would do? I'll take it to work and I let a man open that coconut oil for me. And I did. And I didn't feel no type of way. And I said, and that's how I know I'm going to get me a man. That's how I know. Because baby, can you open that coconut oil? Please. I can't do it. And that's okay that I can't do it because I don't want to stress my body out trying to do it. I don't want to stress my mind out trying to do it. I don't care. Can you do it? Please. There we go. And that's just the end of that. So allow yourself to exist in that energy where you can be loved on and you can get the princess treatment and somebody can love on you and somebody can treat you like this divine feminine that you are. And you don't got to be mean and you don't got to look at women as a threat and be jealous or envious that that. You can be nice, you can be bubbly, you can be a extrovert, introvert like me. You can speak first, you can smile. You ain't gotta be out there. I ain't saying you gotta be out there telling everybody your business, but you can have conversations, you can have dialogue with people without feeling like you may try to use this against me. It doesn't matter. You can be nice and you can receive love and you can give love with knowing that it is okay and I'm safe here. So yeah. That is the end of this video. This video was a little longer than I wanted, but to whom this is for, please remember that you deserve, truly, honestly, you deserve to be loved on correctly. Soften yourself. You don't gotta fight no more, okay? I understand, even with whatever is going on in the world, you are going to heal that as a woman by existing in your feminine energy. That would naturally rebalance the earth that is a woman, that is feminine energy. You are going to naturally put the balance in when you learn how to accept yourself as a feminine woman, because you are amazing. So give yourself that grace today. Let that guard down. Stop being so aggressive. Be a lady and be nice to the other ladies out here. But all right, I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.